It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Geis, his first carry of the game. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Haskins on first down. Off to Geis on the screen. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Haskins. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll run with Geis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
51, 951.
Here we go, D. Tight end to the right, boy.
80 weapon.
Move. 4 down.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They go play action here on first down, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some control.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 10 yards out, and the Redskins have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, Dillon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the gun, Jones. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
5.
Now Jones, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
Got it.
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
You must be treated.
Check, check.
It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 28. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, Dillon. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Jones. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. This one caught by Ridley. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
2nd and 1. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, exit.
56.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Smith. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go, 30 base.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Here's Haskins, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Haskins to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out. And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position. And he lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Haskins on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check line 54. Line 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Geis. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56.
Go.
6, right there. 56.
From the gun, Jones. The kidder here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
56.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go, baby.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jones now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. This is caught at the 20. 39 yards there. A big one.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go. Let's go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready up.
Mike 51. Right here. Tight.
Topper.
Check. 4 down.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a run with Geis. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins, they have extended their lead in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jones now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shift. Watch the shift. Tight dog.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 30 base.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Throwing Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's been a long day for you.
Throwing now is Haskins. He's got his man Sharp complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Ready. 10 logo.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they will take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.